My friends, welcome to the first video in 2025. So, you can see that we have some lovely model kits on the table. Those 4 kits are planned to be finished by the end of the month. I have 2 weekends left, so I won't finish all of them, with the video of course. One of them will be shown in like 1st of February or in the middle of February, and the other one at the end of the month, and so on. Who knows? So, from all those kits that you see here, I have chosen the smallest one. And now I give you a little insight on what's to come in the next months. January will be focused on tanks only. February will focus on the Kriegsmarine. And March will be focusing on planes. And because I bought colors and planes. So, at least the entirety of the Wehrmacht is represented by one model kit. Well, not the entirety, but at least one branch of the Wehrmacht. So, the Air, the Ground Forces, the Air Force, and or the Navy. And without further ado, let's go straight into the building of this nice little Puma. As you can see, I drilled out the barrel. I mean, 172nd scale is hard enough, but 176 scale, which is a bit smaller. Yeah, it apparently worked very good, at least on this kit. Haven't drilled out the smoke grenade launchers though. They're, yeah, just as they are. Perfect. Also guys, one little PSA. Since the past 3 years, I have been buying Christmas presents with my Christmas bonus that I get every November. I want to continue this, but I want to stretch this out further. So this year I want to go and collect Pfand laying on the streets. For those who are not living in Germany, Pfand is basically when you buy a can or a bottle in Germany, you have to pay an amount like 6 or 25 cents, depends on what you buy, that you will get back after you emptied the drink and return the bottle to a supermarket, to a Pfand machine. So I will be out gathering the Pfand I can find on the streets, but I will also likely set up a Patreon or a Ko-Fi this year in case you want to support some children in need. You can leave 1 or 2 euros a month. It won't be much, I don't ask for horrendous amounts of money, but this will be also very helpful for the children, so more children can get something nice for Christmas. In November I will show you how many money I have collected over the year, as well as the receipts of the stuff I have bought for the children and the, well, little wish lists that I have gotten from the orphanages. Alright, so now back to the model. As you can see, the lights have a nice detail for this small scale. Very much surprised. And I, well, when putting on the parts where the wood reeds are going to be at the end, you can see that they are, well, angled to the right on the front and back. This is because the Puma had 2 drivers and 2 exits that actually were used for the direction. So when the front moved to the right, the back side moved to the left. So this means that the vehicle can turn faster. And we are already at the painting stage. So yeah, 176 scale doesn't really have much to offer. So I haven't coated the model in any ground color. I used Tamiya XF88 Dark Yellow 2 as the base color. And as you can see, without any base color, we still got some nice bright dark yellow. Yes, I could have tried to make a pre or post shading in this video, but honestly I didn't want to. I used some panel liner later on, and this vehicle is supposed to be kind of scratched up. You will see later what I mean. And now, without any masking and a very, very careful finger on the trigger, we are giving it a camouflage consisting with a first layer of random stripes using Tamiya NATO green. And when I finished the green stripes, I considered adding a few more or leaving it like that, but then I also remembered I'm really into three-tone camouflage schemes for German late war vehicles and mid-war vehicles, so I added some NATO brown stripes. And yeah, afterwards, looking at the finished model later on, I can say that the stripes are nice, but if it would be green stripes or red-brown stripes only, it would have been very good as well. And now for the decals. I have chosen, or think I've chosen, a version or set of decals used for the Panzer Lehrdivision. At least I had two decals with an L on it, which stands for the Lehrdivision. One got broken, and well, after I tried to fix it, it fell off the model and was lost. Basically sacrificed to the gods of model building. So yeah, we won't see that, but the other one is still there. And now I am using some AK panel liner, black panel liner. Very nice product. Yes, for 1/72 scale, it leaves some marks that I didn't care or was unable to clean up afterwards. But for all those small hatches and stuff we have, it's very nice. So you can pick a few details out at least and have some, depth to the model kit. Also, one note, I didn't apply the tools that were not already molded onto the kit. They kind of felt out of scale and were a bit, too chunky, and I just left them off. And after the panel liner, I glued the wheels to the vehicle, and yeah, I cleaned up those spots where the paint chipped off afterwards. Then I went over it with some small brushes to give it some some scratches that scratched off the paint during some usage. You will see detailed photos later on when I show you the finished model, but after I did all of these steps, I called it good. And there we have it. A nice little Puma in 1/72 scale. Yeah, it's a great kit. I wouldn't advise building the diorama it comes with. I mean, yes, you can make something out of this diorama, but the figures are meh. The street is meh. The only good thing is like the sidewalks attached. If I cut them down a bit or make something out of them, I could just use those sidewalk pieces as one diorama piece or small diorama piece, very small, a very small column of soldiers walking by on a cutout-ish sidewalk. But yeah, that's future thinking with me. So now for the details that I have done afterwards. So now we start off with the left side, where some good and some bad chipping is there as well. And as well as my eyes being my eyes. If you look to the fuel canister, the one with the white cross on the right, you can see there's some yellow paint on the canister, which shouldn't be there, but I just see it now while recording, and we have it like 20:08. I don't want to, finish this and take a new photo. Anyways, the turret looks fine as it is. Yes, I went a bit over or hard on the two, and of course the elephant in the room that you can see is this big gray pile near the canisters on the right. But yeah, we don't make mistakes, we just have happy accidents. That's what Bob Ross said. And well, for me it is some very, very heavy chipping on one part of the vehicle. Makes it a bit more interesting, so you can talk about it. So bro, why did you cover that up? But as you can see by the paint from the airbrush that also sprinkled a bit, yeah, we don't talk about this. And well, pretty much the same can be said for the right side. Here you can see that there's only to the bottom left a very big gray splatter. But everything else, every scratch that I have done with the paintbrush I had is good. It's not too much, but it's not too less. Of course, I went against the white numbers again, and at least some on the Balkan cross. From this angle, you can clearly see that the wheels haven't been painted yet. Those pictures were taken before I, repainted the wheels in black. Alright, maybe missed down there. I maybe missed that. I'm not sure what it was. But yeah, the chips, scratches, whatever you want to call it, look great. The canisters look great. I added a water canister because I had the time. Yeah, maybe they're a bit out of place, but who's there to judge me? I have painted the wooden parts of the tools, but then I realized I don't want to paint the metal parts, just let it be, like some overpainting or stuff, Also, they are so small, the molds are so small, they don't really have a level that differentiates them from the piece where they are molded on, so this would be a nightmare to paint. I hope you can excuse that. And there we have it. So while I was editing the video, I saw that the right side had some chipped away paint on the wheels, so despite what I said earlier, I went over it now and finished it. I checked the model and I was like, how could this happen? Like, this is something that even I can still see with my eyesight. But yeah, the model is finished. It looks nice from afar. Maybe it looks nice to one or two from the distance. And maybe for some it looks nice as it is now, as I've shown with the detailed pictures. For the wheels, you can see they are in the position to steer right. So yeah, maybe this little fella will get a little diorama, who knows. I may be promising a bit too much here. So, and now before we go to the end of the video, a quick check on how many money I have gathered so far this month for the orphanages. And this neat little sorted amount of cash that we have here is 28 euros 53 cents, which is already one present, and a bit more than one present. So it's a great start. And now we are at the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I wish you a very nice rest of your day. Bye bye.